And we are live. Okay, absolutely cool. And now the modus operandi, we usually just chill out for a little bit and just just hang out, wait for people to show up if anybody shows up. And if they don't, that's also totally cool. We're just here to have a good time. Okay, but yes, I am super excited. I've never done a sci-fi D&D game before. I know I told you guys about the Star Wars game that I want to do. And I hope to do that at one point one day. But I'm just happy that you guys are willing to do this with me because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Great genre change coming off the end of 2077, having the CIA DLC coming out and the Edge Runners being so popular. It's going to be tons of fun. So yeah,
absolutely.
And so, what exactly is going to be like the plot of the Cyberpunk DLC?
So it's basically going to be, to my knowledge, Grave, you can correct me on this if I am wrong, but I think it's supposed to take place, like, it's just supposed to be like an, I guess, extra side story that you could do during the game, because I don't think Grave here has finished it, so I'm not just, but on the way the game ends, like, or the ways the game ends, it's kind of makes it hard for a DLC to be a follow-up to that. So I imagine it's just actually, so basically in Pacifica district, there's, I believe, a whole section of that's cut off, like a stadium or something like that, or it's a whole like part of Pacifica that's cut off, that's basically run by the CIA and all that. So it's all about you and Johnny there, infiltrating, like discovering a big government conspiracy with this CIA agent. I forget his name, but I just know he's played by Idris Elba. That's it.
Yeah, that guy. Well, it looks super
Solomon
cool.
Reed.
Yes.
Well,
I'm on the page.
Okay.
Oh, his name's actually Solomon Reed. I thought it was like that sounds like a DC character.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, literally. Sounds like he works for the GCPD.
Oh, and also, my friend Tony, shout out Tony Parmesan, by the way. He's actually in the chat right now. Hello, Tony. Thank you so much for joining us and watching. I have the Twitch up just to make sure that everything's working properly. Yeah, he's a big Cyberpunk dude, and I'm super happy. He sent a little derpy face in the chat and a little heart. Oh my god, we love you too.
Let me actually, I want to pull up your stream. I'll just mute it so I can, Yeah. Hi, Tony.
Yeah.
I see your heart. It's very sweet.
I'm very excited to be like finally. It's not a derpy face. That's a cat. That's not a cat. Yes, you're allowed to curse. Okay, this is gonna be a lot of fun. God, if only imagine doing this with like 1 million people, like having just scrolling past.
We'll get there one day.
Yeah. But like, have you ever seen like XQC's chat and it's like 30,000 people all talking at once? It's absolutely crazy.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going. So yeah, cats, and yes, you're allowed to curse and everything. Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. By the way, for anybody that's watching this, either right now, there are 4 people watching. Hello, everybody. We were so happy to have you here. Super cool. I don't want to see that number go down, but I also want to be a good person. So just so everybody knows, everybody that's watching right now, a bit of a content warning for this. If anybody's here who's watched Palm of the Fist before, Palm of the Fist is pretty much like PG-13 all the way through, and there are some red lines that I never want to cross as a DM because I don't want to make myself or my players uncomfortable. And I've already have Tony already calling out people in the chat that are not
6
talking.
people now.
6 people talk. What is going on? Absolutely wild. But so hello everybody. As I was saying, I'm just gonna have to repeat myself every time somebody comes in. Hello, everybody. Suck my honey nuts. I wonder if I was supposed to say that out loud. Okay. Hello everybody that's watching. Super cool that you're here. Just to be a good person, a good DM, and good to the players, we've already have a private chat about all this. I just want to give a bit of a content warning before we start. If anybody's here from Palm of the Fist, you'll probably know that Palm of the Fist is like, it has some mature themes, like, it's like PG-13 leaning towards R. I'm not like a super messed up individual that just wants to like do disgusting or offensive stuff for no reason. So of course, like there are some like hard lines which I'm never gonna cross. But for Cyberpunk, it's an adult kind of world with adult themes like drug use and like sexual themes. There's like gore and body horror, and this campaign, while not getting graphic for the point of graphic, will include that just to be true to the world. And so if that makes anybody uncomfortable, whether this is on YouTube or whether this is you're watching on Twitch, if that makes you uncomfortable, uncomfortable, it's no problem at all. No need to stay around if you're not cool with any of that. And if you do choose to stick it out, we deeply appreciate that. So yeah, just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, absolutely. And I think we're almost ready to start playing the game. Anything that you guys want to say? Anything else about Cyberpunk that you guys can think of right now, or you just kind of ready to get into it?
I'm right. I'm just ready to go.
Hell yeah, Paul. Also, by the way, almost forgot just one more thing before we begin. Welcome to Rulebook Optional. 8 people now. That's super cool. Wonderful to have you all here. Paul, a very good friend of mine from college. Paul, go ahead and plug your stuff, please.
All right. Okay. So, hi everyone. Some of you may actually be here from the little announcements I posted on my Twitter and YouTube, but I'm Paul. I was Drew's good friend and college roommate, and I run the YouTube channel Autobot Sonic the Telltale Gamer, where I focus a lot on Telltale games and Transformers content. If you recognize from my YouTube, may recognize me lately from doing my reviews of Transformers Earthspark, and I'm just a big sucker for anything sci-fi, Mass Effect, Cyberpunk, Star Wars, Transformers, you name it. And so we've been playing. I've been playing D&D personally with Drew for a few years now. We did a few games last year too, and so when he came up to me with this whole Cyberpunk thing, we've been trying to do one for about what is it, a year now?
Yeah, it's been like I think 8 months now since we've been being able to get this going.
Yeah, and so now we're finally here, and I'm just so happy to get into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So everybody, if you're watching this, Twitch or YouTube, go drop him a follow if you like Transformers or just anything relating to comics or Telltale. He's a great gamer, great presence online, and super excited because at some point in the near future, I cannot give any date, we're probably gonna do a Transformers D&D game, and it's gonna be rad. And I'm gonna be super excited to see Paul and how his brain interacts with the Transformers world.
Yes, oh yeah, I got the whole official D&D rulebook for Transformers D&D games for Christmas, and I'm so excited to dip my shoes into the DMing world as someone who's never DM'd before.
You are gonna do a great job, and we're all gonna have a great time, like how we're all gonna have a great time doing this right here, right now. Grave, anything that you want to say? Of course, this is Grave, good friend of mine. Grave, hello. Anything on your mind?
Not particularly. I've been trying to just copy my stuff.
Just trying to copy, doing that last minute prep. So that's like we're playing D&D or something. But it seems like we're all ready to hop into it. So you know what I gotta ask. Y'all want to play some D&D?
Hell yeah!
Absolutely.
Yes, and yes, awesome. Then, can you please join me for a deep and cleansing breath before we hop right into it? Sound good?
Absolutely.
Okay, then please join me. And everything after the breath is canon. So here's how we're going to start off. I'm going to do a little bit of explanation, kind of just set up the world, see how things are going, and then I'm going to hop into introducing both of you. That sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. Then if I may, take us all on a journey just a little bit. We see a barren desert. Not a soul around. A radioactive hellscape. Empty. No water, no trees, just dry rocks waiting for the day when they crumble into dust. But as we continue through this wasteland, we see a road. No. A highway, 4 lanes wide, tucked between the looming boulders of mountain ranges, creating a great canyon gash in the landscape. And down this road, in the distance, walls towering high, shadows being cast far out along the desert. Checkpoints littered around them, and behind these tall walls, paradise? A mirage, maybe? Heaven? No, definitely not heaven. We see skyscrapers hundreds of stories tall as we see aero cars racing in between the looming shadows of Corpo headquarters. We see rockets begin their launch into the atmosphere. We see glistening lights polluting the morning sky with colors and flashing lights and nudity and advertisements, all equally disgusting. We are gazing at the one, the only, Night City. As we rush forward, we fly fast and determined, crossing over the overgrown city streets as paths and alleyways and neighborhoods effortlessly flow into one another, as if the entire city is a living, breathing organism. With each district an organ, the highways, the arteries, the monorails, the muscle vessels, and the constant corporate advertisements as tumors. We fly towards the tallest building within, Japantown, a district taking inspiration from Japanese culture for its architecture, for its food, its music, its clothing, everything. But even this place is not immune to the symptoms of overgrowth and overreaching, as we come to the tallest building in Japantown, an apartment complex known as the 1111 Apartments, home to 1,111 unique living domiciles. We effortlessly travel through one of the IEC certified floor-to-ceiling windows and come to rest staring at an unlit alarm clock, the time ticking by. The clock reads 6:59 a.m., and as it ticks over to 7 o'clock, the lights to the apartment flick on, the clock lights up, and we hear blaring music begin with a voice screaming behind it. Good morning, Night City! Watson to Westbrook, Santo Domingo to Haywood, the city center to Pacifica. As if Pacifica could hear me, I am your host, you know me and you love me, Jerome Jackson! Coming to you live from News 54 from Who the Fuck Cares? Not you, because all you guys want to hear is the sick shit from the last 24 hours, so let's hop right into it. First off, Corpo crap! Biotechnica news sounds like more negotiators are being sent out to the Badlands to try to buy out some of the nomad clans. But sounds like the nomad clans would rather eat dirt than sell it, so get ready for the soothing sounds of gunfire over the open desert. Yeah! Whip crack. Paul, are you ready?
I am 100% ready. I don't know how I'm going to top that intro, but we'll try.
Excellent. Welcome to Night City, everybody. I'm going to change the music real quick. Paul.
Yes.
Your character. Their eyes open. You are not in the 1111 apartments.
Okay.
All you can see is red. You blink several times and this wall of red begins to fade. And as your senses begin to come back to you, here is what you're able to understand. Now, I don't want you to give me a character introduction yet, okay?
Okay.
But I want you to tell me something. You currently have 4 senses that you can tap into. You have taste, smell, hearing, and touch. Which one do you think would come back to your character first?
Hearing. Definitely hearing.
Hearing. The dripping of liquid somewhere. But it's not thin. It's not like water. It's not like gasoline. It's thicker than that. It's stickier than that. It's heavier than that. You know this sound well. It's the dripping of blood. You also hear the rumbles of an engine idling. And the cackling sounds of laughter. And the sound of labored breathing. Your own labored breathing.
Oh, God.
Taste, smell, or touch?
Taste.
Taste. Iron. Gunpowder. Metal. Copper. And the copper taste does not come from some kind of raw ore or some kind of mineral. The copper taste is coming from blood. Touch or smell?
Smell.
Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but you smell blood too.
Oh, God.
gunpowder as well. And the smell of the exhaust of a vehicle. And with you hearing the rumbling of an engine, you know this vehicle is close by. You're able to smell its exhaust. It's maybe only 5-10 feet away from you. And something acidic, something that burns your nostrils, something that you're able to identify. This is some kind of drug, some kind of chemical that is very potent in the air, hanging there. And for touch, the feeling in your thighs comes back first. An odd place to start, but we're going to get there.
Okay.
Then sensation returns to your triceps and your biceps. You can feel the muscles in your face, your forehead, your stomach, but something is horrendously wrong.
Oh my god, it comes.
Because the sensation of your body as they return, you just feel pain shooting through you. It's like imagine a fire alarm or some kind of warning siren of some impending doom. Your entire body is on fire. You realize that you are wounded in this moment.
Oh boy.
Severely wounded. Your arms from below the elbow.
I'm so sorry. I need to go.
You're totally cool. Not a problem at all.
Hang on. So sorry.
No, you're totally cool. You're totally cool. Go right ahead. So that's the intro so far, guys. So if you're having a good time, very happy. And if you're not here anymore, I also understand that.
I'm concerned.
So sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh my god, no apology necessary. This is all about wheeling and dealing, my guy. You're totally cool. But where was I? In my demented little imagination.
Oh boy.
To finish my previous statement, as you could probably assume, you realize that certain parts of your body right now are lacking sensation.
Yeah, I figured.
Arms below the elbow and legs below the knee, completely gone. You're a quadruple amputee in this moment. And where you are right now, this was done shortly ago. And as you kind of like sense the pain, clean cuts, all of them, as if one single motion. You also realize, as you crane your head to look down, a gash from your left shoulder to underneath your right pectoral, a humongous gash. Your left lung has been completely destroyed. And the only thing keeping you alive right now are your failing cybernetics pumping your heart, keeping your neurons firing. I did not mention sight. I did not mention sight yet. Can you please give me a perception check?
Okay. Here we go.
I also wanted to do a horror game, and apparently I'm just doing it now.
Yeah, so. You're doing a pretty damn good job of that.
Oh, God. Horror
6.
would be quite fun.
A 6?
Yes.
With every blink, with every attempt to see something further, more blood. More blood covers your eyes like a veil. Until you feel a hand aggressively drag over you, both of your eyes, and forcibly wipe the blood out of your, basically freeing up your vision. And then you feel the hand smack you upside the temple extremely hard. As your eyes recalibrate and as you look up, you're able to see a slim figure, tall, 6.5 feet tall. And describing this figure to you right now, Paul, is difficult because this individual is lacking many of the features which could be described as humanoid.
Oh boy.
If it wasn't for the slim strips of dark brown skin around their nose and their forehead and, their collarbones, you would assume this person is fully borged out. The amount of chrome on their body right now, this person has been filled to the brim with cybernetics. His skull from above the nose is indented completely. And in this concave space, you see 10, no, 20, no, 30 moving eyes. Small and circular like a spider. His bottom jaw, below his upper lip, completely replaced with a black iron jawbone, which opens both vertically and horizontally as he speaks, like the vicious mandibles of a hungry insect. You see his legs, red chromed out. You can identify that as reinforced tendons. His arms, dripping with blood, unfolded into mantis blades. You watch as this tall figure with this insect-like appearance sucks something down from an inhaler, a black, oily substance, something that clearly, from the display which just occurred, from the fight which just occurred, some kind of neurological firing, pain-dampening, euphoric adrenaline drug. Something that you remember very well. This person comes up to you and goes, "Meat stick, you cut through my boys like a naked artery. Guess you can't handle real chrome, though." Do you say anything?
I'm just choking up on my own blood right now.
Yes.
Just staring up at him with this total hatred in my eyes, and I can barely form the words because my blood on my lens is non-existent at this point. So I just try to at least cough up this very weak, pathetic glob of blood and spit in his face.
Give me I'm just gonna say give me a quick athletics check to see if you have the internal strength to spit in this guy's face.
Athletics. Oh my god, 22.
A 22. So, gutturally from your throat, you go, and a glob slams into his eyes, and you watch as his eyes all be he kind of backs up a little bit, it begins rolling on, kind of cleaning off his face. You realize something, though. As you spit up this blood, as you tried to draw saliva into your mouth, imagine trying to spit right now, as you tried to close your mouth to summon up that velocity, you realize that you're unable to close your mouth fully. And as you look down, kind of craning your neck and kind of really with all your strength pointing your eyes down towards your own chest, you realize that your jaw and your tongue, still organic, are unable to perform this function. As you try to move your tongue and your jaw, a crack of searing pain shoots through your entire head. And I'm not going to mince words here.
Oh.
You right now have a meat hook through your tongue and the bottom half of your jaw that is protruding out of the bottom of your chin.
Jesus Christ.
And you watch as chain links run from the chain to the back of a running hot rod motorcycle.
Oh my god. No.
You watch as this figure kind of brushes the blood out of their face and goes, "Well, it seems the Gannic is still pumping, at least where it counts. You're a bold one to the end, that's for sure." Any display from you as he says this?
I can't really. I guess I just try to make it a very weak but still taunting laugh in his face, gargling on my own blood.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage, you mad lad.
Intimidation check. Oh, damn it, 7. Not as lucky.
Looks at you and just goes,
You know, you really shouldn't be laughing that much. Just shows how scared you really are.
And then he jangles the empty inhaler, which he just sucked down to your face, and goes,
Maybe with a little bit of this, it would have been a bit more even, you know? But, I mean, fight was still fun, even though it was over in just a couple seconds. But there's always next time, right? Well, maybe. Or maybe the Reaper's gonna get to you before the Docs will. Guess we'll see.
Any further gesture?
At this point, like, I just keep trying to, like, laugh at him while also just try my best to look around, see if there's maybe any sort of, like, get any better idea of where, like, my surroundings.
As you are looking around at the so right now you understand memories been coming back to you, and you know that you are outside of a meat packing factory, outside of basically what could be considered like a slaughterhouse, essentially.
Okay.
Somewhere within the industrial section of the city, northeastern, you could find the details pretty easily. I will give those to you later if you ask for them, but do you mind if we just continue?
Yeah, sure.
But I will say that as you're kind of leading up, you are able to see massive blast furnace steel stacks with smoke coming out of them, and you're able to see just in the distance aero cars flying too far away to see you, as the alleyway that you are in has a single malfunctioning street light which is flickering on and off.
Okay.
This is an isolated area, and you would have to imagine that, at least in your mindset right now, no one is coming to help you.
All right. I don't really think there's much I could say with just literally no jaw, but yeah, I'll just keep laughing in his face.
You see the laughter finally kind of gets to him as he smacks you upside the head again, and again, crack of pain through all of your injuries. He says,
Next time you see me, you better be drugged up, ironed up, and chromed the fuck out you from head to toe. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm talking to a corpse already. And after this, well, fighting again's not going to be an option.
And you watch as this figure mantis blades retract into his forearms, with long 4-foot strides walks over to the back of his hot rod motorcycle. You see like big like ape hanger kind of like handles.
Yeah.
And you hear the horrifying sound of and as the final rev of the engine happens, you hear as rubber squeals against pavement, as you smell the intoxicating smell of a burning tire as the bike shoots off into like down the alleyway. And you watch horrified as the chain leading to the back of the bike begins snaking its way away from you.
Oh god, no. Oh god, no.
Just as the chain goes and goes tight against your jaw, we wake up. You wake up.
Motherfucker.
Paul, will you please introduce your character to us?
Motherfucker. Oh, that's a fucking way to start this. Okay. Alright then. My character, his name is Connor Mason, better known as Patchwork. He is a solo in his late 30s, early 40s, who has been down his luck after having gotten brutally maimed by a horrible contract gone wrong that we just played out right here, I can assume, maybe.
Certainly.
And as you can see here, true to his name, was literally put back together with just scraps and patchwork of all different kinds of stuff. And his one goal in life is just to get back at the guy who did this to him.
Okay.
Should I describe his apartment too, or?
Yes, please. So as your cybernetic eye opens up, your organic eye opens up, and you sit up in your apartment. As you look around, what does your apartment look like?
All right, so my apartment is, or Patch's apartment is quite the sight. It's a single room with a large unmade bed in the corner first, away from the door. Opposite of it, TV, bunch of cans of beer and immunoblockers all over the table and floor. There's a couch, and next to the TV, some clothes draped over one of the armrests and a blanket on it. On the coffee table, a few pistols and a shotgun scattered around it, and a BD module. And then there's a room off to the right with a shower.
Okay, absolutely awesome. As you wake up from this nightmare, which plagues you so constantly, as Patch I'm just gonna say Patch just kind of like sits up in bed. What does Patch's morning routine look like as, just going about his day?
Well, at this point, so Patch, he just wakes up, probably has, a mild, panic attack, not that he'd ever let anyone know about that. And then just very deep, very ravelly voice just wipes his one of his arms over his face. God damn it. And then he gets up, walks over to the table, just sits down, grabs one, the immunoblockers, just takes a deep, deep whiff of it. And then just probably walks over to the shower, then just literally turns it on, just sits down, leans against the wall, lets the whole hot water rush over his face, just trying to shake it off. Just a bad dream.
You feel the incredibly relaxing feeling as your incredibly dense, still organic muscles just begin to relax, and you were able to feel any kind of residual sweat or any kind of, I guess, debris or any kind of, dirt or blood or rust wash off of your cybernetic arms and your legs and everything regarding that, as you just feel your entire body calm down.
At that point, I get out of the shower, just walk around my apartment naked, or just as naked as a dude all chromed out can get, really. Just dries off half-heartedly before I just slip some clothes on, trademark pants and t-shirt, as I go ahead and just sit in front of the couch, crack open a beer, and my jaw just unhinges, snaps open and just drink it as I turn on the TV and see what's on the news.
As you turn on the news, you are able to see you watch as a hologram comes up, basically your couch being, basically just, cyberpunk-esque, square around a center, table with
that's exactly how I imagined it.
A circular hologram popping up when you put that on. And as you do that, you're able to see a bald white man with one golden eye. The remainder of his face being a chrome-plated version of his face with two chrome hands. As you look over, and you actually say you just turned on just the first channel that came up, News 54, which is currently doing the same news broadcast as your alarm was, which just woke you up. As you were able to hear... Eurobank news! More Eddies out on the streets than ever before, and Eurobank is out here celebrating their great quarterly earnings. Congrats, everybody! Inflation is a good thing now! We did it! Hooray! But seriously, we got exactly one currency, and they got the nerve to drive down its value and hike up interest rates. That's why I'm using ATMs as a different kind of bank. Something's going in and swimming in the cash, alright, and I'll give you a hint. It's white and sticky and makes things icky. Next up, and the news cycle continues.
I flip the channel as
you flip the channel over, almost endless corporate. It is either incredibly wealthy people dissing on the just corporate culture, corporate decisions, or it is corporate propaganda. Where it's you flip over the channel and it's and my name's Daisy Dog. Make sure to always treat your NCPD officers with the utmost respect and obedience. It's this German Shepherd in a little cop outfit, very poorly animated, rushed together by the NCPD's marketing department.
All right, ACAP, shut off the TV.
ACAP turns off the TV. With that, do you mind if I hop over to Grave, Paul?
Oh, absolutely. Go right ahead. I feel so bad that he's got nothing to do this whole time.
We're gonna be hopping to it, not a problem at all. With all of that, Grave, your character. Before they wake up, we're gonna do just a little bit of roleplay, okay? You ready?
Sure.
Got this.
Nothing will be, everyone watching, nothing will be as bad as what just happened. And if it does go that way, it is not my fault, I swear. Grave, your character's conscious mind returns to them. And before we even get into what's going on, where would we find your character? Would we find them in a bed, in like a neurojack? Would we find them like at a desk, kind of slumped over? Like, where was your character sleeping from the previous night?
He honestly probably would have fallen asleep in a tub full of ice and
In
water.
100%, I fucking love that.
Typical Netrunner.
Your character, because of the incredibly taxing nature of what you do, and we'll get into that in 1 second. Your conscious mind returns before you kind of like have control of your body, just because of how slowed everything is because of the ice water. And as your mind returns to you, everything still being black, you in the top left, what would be your field of vision, you're able to recognize as a message begins coming in before you can even do anything physically. And this message says, "Dear Sasha, we've been trying to contact you due to your repeated deep diving into restricted sections and servers. We do not appreciate this. However, given we cannot stop you, we would like to offer you a job in counterintelligence. Please respond and please stop. Biodyne Manufacturer Corporation." How would you respond to that message, Sasha? And deleting it is just a Grave named Sasha. It's literally on the box, whatever. How would you respond to that?
I would ignore it.
You ignore that? That immediately just goes like junk folder, or just like ignored completely?
Just ignored completely.
Just ignored completely. You then see another message then comes up as you just kind of like swipe through that one. Another one comes up that just says, "Kid, you better watch your back. Train my eddies. Soon as I track you down, you'll be on the chop shop table. No doubt about it." Any response? Again?
Yes!
It is clearly gone.
Oh, I love him already.
Another message then comes up. "With his nurse at a bus stop. What is he getting at? Is he getting back at me for fucking his boss or something at the Christmas party? That is no good, cheating son of a whore. Take your eddies and stay the fuck out of my life. You bitch, you just ruined our perfectly good marriage." Your response?
You're welcome.
You're welcome. In the little like text chain, like it comes up as red. You send like a blue. Like, what color would your messages be?
I don't remember what color they are in the game.
I mean, it's whatever you want it to be, baby. We're playing D&D.
Blue.
Blue. Sending up as blue, just saying you're welcome. You immediately just see like the ellipses of like typing pop up. Do you wait for a response?
No.
It is gone. Immediately, it is gone. Final message pops up. Says, "Off the streets and in the 1111. You don't play around. Thanks again for opening this place up. I'll pay you back soon. Mushi." Mushi being the name, not a word.
Okay. I figured it was a name. Should I know who this person is?
Yes, you would know who this is. Just from your experience. Mushi is the operator of Mushi's Sushi, a sushi-based restaurant in the 1111, which, due to some backdooring and due to some money changing hands, you helped open. Just, for your own benefit and also because isn't being good.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. Of course. No ulterior motives. We're all good people in this world.
Obviously.
Any response to that one?
What was the message again?
Off the streets and into the 1111. You don't play around. Thanks again for opening this place up. I'll pay you back soon.
I'll send back a simple no worries.
No worries. You get back the thumbs up, and then you shut that off. Even as you are waking up in this moment, that entire exchange probably took about 3 to 5 seconds. Your mind works so incredibly quickly with information, that is of no question. As you open your eyes, you begin pulling yourself out of the tub, and just for simplicity's sake, I will say that you are able to throw on some clothes. And Gray, will you please describe your character for us?
Oh, boy.
You got this.
Tiny man.
Tiny man. We're starting strong.
A somewhat smaller, slimmer man with like fully chromed out legs, several mods on like just the body to make him look pretty and blue. Part of a spinal rig to help with like the net running stuff, take some weight off the strain coming from the port in the back of his head.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Super cool. Sasha, as you get up, get dressed, please describe the apartment which you find yourself in.
Honestly, mostly barren. Doesn't look like the bed's been slept in. Doesn't look like anything has been touched. There's no decorations. There's no, like, sign of life. Essentially, like, it just looks like a temporary setup for a place to sit, but not really live in.
So, in this kind of, like, almost like a forward operating base of a home, like just almost more like an office space, honestly. What exactly, as you wake up, alarm clock blaring in the corner, what do you do? What is your morning routine?
It would have been to stay in the tub, probably.
It would have been to stay in the... Excellent. So you get fully... Excellent. You get fully clothed. You're like, wonder why I did that. You then get fully naked and then hop right back in the ice tub.
Just got dressed to get a quick snack, then get back into diving into the net.
Excellent. You actually see the hello, make sure to eat your synthetic vegetables. Most scientists say they taste better than the real thing. As you see the standard IEC vending machine near the front door of your house, which is where you can get most of your food.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you snack on?
The most healthiest of chips.
The most healthiest of chips.
Sarcastic, of course.
You're able to see a couple. You see Eddie's drained from your account as you kind of like poke in the chips. You see a bag of chips comes out that just says mostly air. As you pop that open and you just begin snacking on, let's be honest, guys, an unfair amount of chips inside. Just like, it's not cool, no one likes it. But as you begin snacking,
how hard is it to just fill the whole bag with chips? Why I gotta make it like do it halfway?
Oh my god! Well, because that's the thing. It's all capitalism, baby. Like the consumer doesn't want more chips. They couldn't handle more chips. Could you imagine? As you begin eating it, as you begin tasting these potato chips, obviously synthetic. To make from the real thing is so incredibly rare. It's salty and it tastes potatoey, but it kind of like sticks to your mouth. It's almost like a little bit gummy once it breaks down. And like, it's good to taste. It's not that good to eat though, if you know what I'm talking about. As you suck that down. Besides eating potato chips for breakfast, what else are you doing?
Dive back into the net.
Dive back into the net. Perfect. You hop back into the tub. You're able to pull the con wire. Continue describing the chips for 20 minutes. Thank you, Tony.
For 20 minutes, so help me God.
We need the detail of every granule on these chips.
Everybody
the way
watching
to just crunch in your teeth.
Everybody watching this, I literally had like 4 different vending machine options, and chips was not on there. So I was ready to just go on a food tirade. I'll just post a video that is just me describing chips as you guys get up and just leave and go do other things.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Thank you. Yeah, okay. With that, as you re-enter the net, everything becomes coated. You feel almost like it's a window being pulled away from you. Your conscious mind escapes you, and then you watch as, coming in from all sides, lines of red code, white code, blue code begin forming as you can then feel your conscious mind begin forming within the net. You are currently doing what is known as a deep dive. What are you looking for?
I'm imagining, at least right now, more of a board perusing through like security cameras for anything that might be interesting or amusing.
You having a very experienced understanding of how to operate your conscious mind within this space, you are moving through restricted data packets, servers. You are nowhere near the black wall, as that is too risky of a maneuver just for this, but you begin looking through security cameras, and give me a quick... I'm just gonna say, give me whatever check you think would be appropriate to search through things effectively. It could be perception, it could be survival if you want. We're using 5e, by the way, because I read through, because I don't got the time to learn a whole new rule system. I'm sorry, guys.
Would investigation make sense?
Investigation would make sense, yes.
Okay. Let's hope my new dice don't fail me. Okay. 16.
16. I'm opening sarsaparilla. Hold on.
Oh, I could go for a good Corona right now, honestly.
No rules, pal. If you want to step out to get it, no problem. What do you get? 16?
Yes.
Information flies by you very quickly as you're able to kind of understand this. You're able to understand this, and as you, I cannot look at chat right now, Tony. I'm so sorry. I gotta focus. As you are swiping through things, you're looking for, because you don't really have the ability right now to look for, like, imagine the taxi brain. If you're like, I want to see every single street, every street, every person, every person's clothing. You're going through right now and just looking for, like, money, guns, drugs, things that would illicit wealth or some kind of status. And as you're kind of swapping through, you pause, and an image comes up. Both of the people right now are just kind of like grayed out, almost like blurs. But you watch as a briefcase, silver, is being handed from one of these figures to another. If you want to go for more detail, you can. But I will tell you that this briefcase, it looks thick, it looks metal, and you're watching as one of the men is putting a handcuff on the person that he's handing the briefcase to.
I certainly want to know more about that.
Certainly do. Excellent.
Oh, I can't just walk away from that.
Give me an investigation check as you're looking towards that.
Oh no. No! Oh no!
Bruh.
As you are focusing in, as you hone in on both of these figures, as you try to understand more, you realize in this moment you need silence, you need complete focus. There cannot be any rogue variable. You need every pinpoint of detail. And what immediately pulls you out of cyberspace is now onto Night City stats as your eyes shoot open as you're soaking wet. You're like, God damn it, as Chrome Jackson has just disrupted you by the news tirade starting up once again. As he says, you sick fucks around the betting table, get ready to bust out your wallets because here come the numbers. 21 cases of drug overdose. For the last time, everybody, you gotta stop doing all your drugs at once. I have a donation box outside my office for a reason. Max tax 0 to good 4 people. A bit lower than the usual, but folks, I saw the report. The amount of blood out there, trust me, it was a hearty 4. Trauma team reported only 1 confirmed revive, but they were an 8 on the death scale. Jesus Christ, seems like money can buy you anything, even an Aero cab taxi back from the pearly fucking gates. Plus, this is the first ever confirmed case of a revive happening during a childbirth, and the baby is said to be happy and healthy. So maybe we should bump the revive count up to 2? 1.5? Let's call it 1 1/4 just to be safe. And last but certainly not least, our murder count for the last 24 hours. Buckle up, folks, because it comes out to a sturdy and fun 31. Overpopulation who? Keep this shit up and we'll solve it in no time. Finally, our daily shout out goes to, and then you are able to hear like a paper kind of like rustling around and goes, All the tenants in the 1111! Seems like you're all gonna have a lucky day. Make sure to bump the statistics up and not become one. But in the meantime, I've been Chrome Jackson, and that was your Night City 24-hour roundup. Courtesy of News 54, back to your regularly scheduled tracks. And then you just kind of hear like regular synthwave music playing in the background as you are pulled out of your deep dive. Now, you understand that probably going back in for a third time in 24 hours, the risk of you frying your conscious mind goes up with every single attempt. So probably taking a bit of a break would be the best thing to do.
Yeah. He would, however, 100% have reached for that clock and thrown it as far as he could across the room.
You pick up the clock. You just hear kind of in the background, it's like, do you wish for fresh air?
Oh, something like addressing me.
It's like an automated system in your apartment.
Just ignore it.
Ignore it? Excellent. Window remaining closed. As you just... And the clock just shatters against the wall. As you do that, as you both just kind of go about your morning routines, would either of you get into contact with the other relating to just kind of getting out and getting to your usual business of the day?
I think, well, first thing what I would do before that is I would probably have like a little, I probably just like, there'd probably be a little data terminal or something on my coffee table, maybe see if look for any, like, see if there's any news reports about a figure resembling the one in my nightmare in the news, perhaps.
As you turn on the news, give me a quick investigation check to like see if you can like just or actually give me a flat D20 roll.
D20 roll, okay. Let's see. 6.
With a 6, you turn on the news, start flipping through channels, and you come across like different like news networks, different animated shows, and you're able to just like see one female reporter, kind of like big, almost like big puffed up like volume hair, just go like, yeah guys, and people are pissed down here, we're not sure what they're serving, but it certainly wasn't apple juice. And you just keep kind of flipping through the channels, and nothing related, no cyber psycho attacks, no besides what Chrome Jackson reported, nothing that significant.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, then I'm just I turn off the TV, finish my beer, set it down. I don't even care if it ends up like even like knocking over and spilling onto the floor. If at that point, I just grab my jacket off the armrest of the couch, turn on, then head outside, and then I head over to Sasha's place and just knock on the door. Hey, you up?
What?
Sorry. Let me try it again. Okay.
No, the voice was fine. I think your like voice kind of dropped, so it just sounds like, "Hey, up." Just like, could not hear what you said. You want to take that again?
I'm trying.
Everything turns into soup in my head.
I'm trying. Like, okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay. Knock. Hey, your ass up yet?
Oh, do you think the door would be able to open automatically?
Well, in that case, I just let the door open and just knock on the door frame and do the same thing.
No, I'm asking Drew, like, would the door be able to?
I mean, I would assume if you're getting naked and going unconscious in an ice bath, you're going to lock your door.
I know, but like, I could like remotely open it, right?
Well, you could remotely open it, yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, opens up. Pat, you're able to step in.
All right. I take a look around the living room, make sure he's
broken clock.
check to see if he's not the. I just see the broken clock on the wall, just in the littered piece on the ground. Oh man, you didn't even invite me for fun.
Sasha would have been actively like climbing out of the tub and like drying himself off and like clothing himself properly.
In that case, I'm just gonna I hear him getting dressed in the bathroom, so I just go sit on his couch. I go into the fridge, see if there's any beer in it, and just immediately go get ready to try to drink it if there's one in there.
No drinks.
Oh.
The fridge is empty.
And then you just hear the most exasperated sigh from there. You sure know how to show a guy a good time, don't ya? And I just slammed the fridge shut in frustration and just sit my ass down on the couch. Does it just wait?
You would hear a shout from the bathroom from Sasha. Maybe if you pay me next time.
We then cut over to, so not cutting. You both in your fields of view, this time in the upper right hand corner of your vision, you see daily reminders from the Odd Jobbers application. Basically a black market mercenary job board similar to what we would know as like Craigslist, but for murder, kidnapping, drug trading, auto vehicle theft, and all those kinds of things. As those jobs pop up, do you guys take any interest in looking over those, trying to make some extra eddies at this time?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
You as those pop up, you just see one that just says, "Man needed, not sure why. Lead on info data packet called Maker that Wide Eye Entertainment has been keeping hush hush." Give me 1 second here. I had an actual last seen entering Herrera Outlaw GTS Corpo car. It's number 1. Number 2 being Smash and Grab. Steal briefcase with BD chips, copyrighted. Sell them off, use them for fun. Just wanted to put it out there. It's 2. Number 3 being Trauma Team recently set up contract with No Name Animation Smudge. Rough him up, see if he's important. And then a location pinged up. If any of those sound interesting, you also don't need to do that now. I'll say, Sasha, you're able to finish getting dressed, kind of ready. You're able to step out of the bathroom and then just see Patch just kind of chilling there. And you know, like, as seeing just kind of like the static and kind of like code lining his cyber eye, is able to kind of just see he's going over the same thing that you are.
I think I would definitely be interested in the briefcase one.
Yeah, that's what I was
based on what I saw on the cameras earlier.
As you, Sasha, you just kind of focus in on that. You watch as it enlarges itself up. And you watch as a picture actually flashes up from the same security camera that you saw while net diving, basically. And you're able to see, in this instance, all of the image is now there crisp as it then is image comes up crisp for just 1 second as it then gets pixelated and just says accept job, yes or no.
Yes.
You watch that links up to your account. You watch as payment pops up, that being 1,000 eddies just for the job, and the picture is then cleared up to about like an 8K quality. As you're able to see the two men which you weren't able to see before, both of them in identical uniforms, looking like tannish pants, belts, proper long sleeve button-up shirts, black ties. They are both Asian gentlemen, presumably Japanese, and you are able to see that the briefcase they're handing off has some kind of biomarker lock on the handcuffs.
Okay.
You would then also know that the location that they are at, as you're kind of like analyzing this image, is a cornerstone. It's a corner location bar. Maybe only 10, 12 blocks away from the 1111. Something was happening here. Just a place where people go to, hang out, drink libations. A little bit early for drinks, though, isn't it? As this handoff occurred. That's all from me. I'm just...
I don't know. I'm absorbing information.
You absorb that information, not a problem.
If you want to switch off to
The music also got fried, so I'm gonna fix that up real quick as you guys figure out what the fuck you want to do.
Okay.
okay.
I guess in that point, like I would see Sasha looking through all this. Clearly he's got him plan that he's looking at seems to sure get his interest. I just look I was been staring out the window this whole time, and then I just look back at him over my shoulder. Finally found something fun.
Something that might be a bit more interesting.
All right. I step up, just do a long crack in my neck, and there's a lot of metal joints and all along with some bones cracking as well. All right. My ride or yours?
I would hope by now you know mine doesn't fit you.
But damn, I love. Oh, but wouldn't that make for a sight, though?
Big man, tiny bike.
Hold on back. Wonderful. So it seems like you guys want to step out and just kind of go and go in person. Also, just driving around is an option as you guys kind of talk about what to do.
Yeah, if that's all right.
Oh, not a problem at all. And actually, if you guys would like to just kind of hang out and walk around as you both exit the apartment, you're able to actually look out. And the 1111 is built similar to a lot of apartment complexes here in Night City, where the outside of the apartment is built just standard with about a half wall apartments lining the actual outside of the building, each one with a floor to ceiling window view of the direction that it's facing in. The center, however, there is not a center of the building until you go about maybe 3 or 4 stories down. And 3 or 4 stories down, you see basically just open ceiling shops and bars, gyms and clothing stores, food peddlers, things like that. As it seems like every 4 or 5 floors of this massive building has its own little shopping center ecosystem. You imagine that someone could stay in this place for months, and if they had the money, never have to leave the building itself for any reason besides work and maybe to go touch grass or something. with all of that, are there any shops that you guys would like to stop at as you're able to walk out, hop into one of the elevators, and then begin kind of just descending 5 or 6 floors down to this shopping center? You guys are a good maybe halfway up the building, probably a good 40 stories in the air. But if you want, you can just skip right on down and go and get on over to your garage.
I should check out Mushi's.
Yeah, I was gonna. I meant to say this before we got in the elevator. I was gonna go back to my room, grab my shotgun, like a battle axe that I have, and some immunoblockers, and then just take them with me as I go into the elevator. And I'll follow him to Mushi's too.
Super cool, super awesome. You walk back in. You're able to get a essentially tucked under your arm, the back section of a bandolier. You're able to get 6 different canisters of immunoblockers. These are pretty high dosage too. As you're able to grab up your neon-esque battle axe and your shotgun before hopping into the elevator with Sasha. Sasha, you grabbing anything as you're walking out?
Just his gun and a knife.
Gun, knife. Excellent. You guys hop in the elevator. As just another advertisement kicks on and goes, make sure to try out C4 Energy. It will blow you away. Warning, may contain gunpowder. As you guys are able to hit this next little market section, Grave and Patch and Sasha, I have so many names, you are able to make your way over to Mushi Sushi, a nice little just recently constructed sushi bar, one lone chef, Mushi, behind the counters, kind of playfully rolling sushi, happily so, with several customers coming in ordering things. A little belt running around the entirety of his like cooking station, so he's able to put an order down, walk around, put an order down, and just will just make its way around like a little bit like a square conveyor belt. As you guys walk up, what do you guys say to him?
Business certainly looks booming.
You're able to see Mushi. I apologize. I'm Cyberpunk. I'm just so excited to be here. Mushi, a Japanese man, robotic ears, a do-rag that is like punctured to like have different cylinders come out of his skull. You're able to see that he's able to look over to you. Just Gannic arms, Gannic legs, a very light cybernetics, besides like just like some brain implants. Sees you and his eyes light up, but he seems very happy to see you as he rushes over to you guys, where you guys are kind of like take a seat, or maybe just like stand by like one of the different like rotating conveyor belt kind of platforms. And he
I'm just sort of like Patch is like leaning like against like one of them because God, like so he's trying to get his fat ass on one of those chairs. So
there's actually no place to. So you'd have to hold like the makeshift like plastic container because there is no countertop. It's just the conveyor belt running around, and so you kind of like lean, and your arms kind of starts like slipping out from under you, like lean, slip a little bit. As it's happening, he comes up to both of you, and you realize, and Sasha, you probably already knew this, but Patch, probably new to you, Mushi does not speak a word of English. He speaks perfect Japanese and begins talking to you guys, and you guys are actually able to look in the bottom section of your visual field. You watch a word Mushi pops up, colon, and then his words get translated into English as he speaks to you.
Oh, sweet, real life subtitles.
Yeah, you guys are able to basically, and you're able to watch as like his words come in like Japanese characters and then get translated over to the English translation of it. As he looks over and goes, well, I don't think booming is the right word, but I'm very happy to be here. And I'm even going to get like a proper counter soon, like a place to put your food so you don't slip and slide like your friend there.
I just give like an annoyed, frustrated like cough, but like just step back a bit, like and cross my arms over my chest.
I'm sure the general mass would not share the intelligence of my friend.
To imagine I would insult new and hopefully forever customers. And he just pulls out 2 avocado rolls pre-made and just hands them over to you guys, puts them on the little belt and just kind of like gestures over and goes, and on the house for all your help. Thank you. Just some food for you guys if you guys would like to eat.
I'll just go in, take my roll, and look over at Sasha at the same time, and it's like, let's see, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just gonna take it and eat it then.
Oh, okay, not a problem. Quick question: how would Patch eat sushi? Would he eat it like piece by piece, or would it be like burrito style?
Oh God. Well, imagine like for simple terms, his jaw is kind of like a nutcracker's.
Okay.
So like to some degree.
Okay.
Like he can speak perfectly fine without his jaw moving at all. Of the jaw is just kind of just for eating, chewing, drinking, other not so safe for work acts. And so, yeah. So
like go now.
Really, just I feel like you just do like a burrito, honestly. No tact whatsoever.
You pain me.
Mushi goes, no, the customer is always right. Okay. Yes. So I hope it was good. Very simple, but there is more to come. And guy nods baby and goes, well, what brings you to the shop today? Hi.
Wanted to see if it was doing well.
You look around. There's like 3-4 people eating as well. Various people just trying to get like a very like healthy early morning breakfast in before they head off to work. And you're able to see like this place needs a counter. Like a lot of people are kind of like eating their food for a bit, putting it down, drinking some water, and then just watch helplessly as their food escapes them. And Mushi goes, I just need to get that because I feel like that's going to be the chief complaint. But besides that, it's all cool. Yes. Excellent. Well, I'm so happy that you guys, and you can sit here for as long as you want. If anybody gives you any trouble, let me know, and I'll just take care of them for you.
I think I'll take care of the trouble for you.
Pat just like gives like a deep, like husky laugh, like, little birdie, you think trouble would find me? Nah, right? Then I'm the one to be causing trouble.
He looks at your insane physical stature and goes, "That is very true. Yes, I can just tell, and I want to be very kind to you. And you, Sasha, I can't owe you any more favors, so please don't do anything nice anymore." And then he laughs a little bit, just kind of chuckles. And he says, "Yes, so stay for as long as you want." And then he goes back to making sushi and just kind of hanging out. He just goes back to work. Excellent. So you guys chow down. There's weapon shops. There's boxing gyms, stuff like that. But if you guys would prefer to just get right down to the garage after having a nice little healthy meal and get on the road and see what trouble you can cause, that also works for me. What do you guys want to do?
Well, Sasha, what do you feel like doing? Because there is something I want to do, but I don't want to drag the thing on if we're gonna.
Please feel free.
Okay. Well, first off, I feel like is there like a BD store or
a brain dance store? That is a wonderful idea. Give me 1 second here.
Oh God.
You would know that if anyone in this store would have BDs, it would probably be Dr. Vince in the body shop. Dr. Vince is a ripper doc that actually operates the car garage and auto shop underneath the 1111. And he aptly named it the body shop because it is half auto garage, half medical center. And believe me when I say people do not get the best treatment there, but he is doing his best. And you can see what Dr. Vince has in right now if you want to go check that out.
All right.
I'm proud of him.
I basically just tossed the whole rest of the roll into my mouth, and you just hear like a thick metallic swallow sound as I go, Britt, Sasha. I'm gonna go see if Doc has got anything new. Meet you back when I'm done, and then I head over to.
Yeah, you head over. The last thing Mushi says before you kind of walk off is like, "I've never heard a mechanical swallow before. That was horrifying." As Patch, you walk off. You hop into the elevator as you select the lowest possible floor, that being like -5. As you then, the incredibly old, under-maintained elevator springs to life and begins taking you deep below ground. As you come to the lowest floor, immediately you are able to hear sounds like saws going off. You hear welding torches. You also hear, oh God! And you are the don't be such a baby. And then you hear like stitching happening as you step out. You're able to see fluorescent light bulbs similar to that of a parking garage, large cylinder concrete bases. Like you are in the foundation of the 1111 right now. And as you walk out of this kind of like wide, you immediately walk into a very wide space. This is supposed to be like a parking garage. Basically, the section to your right being that of an auto shop, some cars being like lifted off the ground, people kind of like working underneath them, different kind of like cyber eye augmentation magnifying glass going in. As they're just kind of starting that, it's like, oh man, your muffler's all dinged up, and also your engine's gone. That as you then kind of look over to your left side, and you're able to see behind the thinnest possible plastic barricades, and maybe like to the point where it's like some are so low that you can just see over them. You see like cornered off like a medical station with some people there, like lines of people basically out the door, some just kind of like coughing, some people just kind of going there like lacerations, some with like something very amateur stitching, some with cauterizations. And you just watch as this like heavier set Hispanic man, a big black mustache. You're able to see that he has a one mechanical arm with fingers having like syringes popping out of the knuckles that retract and are able to extend at his will, as well as like tool belt on of like a welding mask, a welding torch, a bloodied welding apron on, as well as different vials around his hip and like his hip and biceps and triceps, like a little like armband. Some of them being red with blood, like hastily marked O. I believe it's O negative is universal donor. O negative like a Sharpie, and then others that are completely black, which are probably like mechanical oil of some kind. As you just see this doctor kind of walking around being like, "And the next to come on, all right, let's go," and just kind of like call people back. What do you do?
I'm just gonna not bother cut through the line, go straight to Vince. I just take like a little glance at the person who's like, it's like do it like a short, like small chuckle before I turn to Vince. Latest victim, a squealer, Doc.
Vince looks over at like the man that he's just kind of like pulling back to like the office and goes, "Oh, my friend, keep coughing, you'll be fine." And just kind of like pushes him out of the doctor's office. Looks and goes, "Hey there, Patch, how are you doing?" And kind of it goes to like embrace you, basically with like kind of like the Predator-esque handshake.
Yeah, that's you, son of a bitch.
Yes. "You're still alive, aren't you?" Claps your hand and pulls you in, and then goes, "Oh, what was that? I couldn't quite hear you. I was hearing the moaning and whining of all my patients."
Nothing better than the sound of fear, am I right?
Given I am a doctor, yes, there are many things that are better than the sound of fear, but it's like the idea of eddies coming into my pocket. I mean, you're easily the one that buys the most stuff from me. I mean, all of these people come in whining about, "Oh, I got shot. Oh, my arm fell off. Oh, I need to get all this, I need medicine." You come in and you want to be here, and it's just like a good energy to have, you know?
I'll cut to the chase. You got any good BDs for me? So I'm gonna take the edge off.
Do you want them X-rated or XXX-rated?
God.
I'll take that opportunity to say I'll be right back.
There will be many fade to blacks in this two-shot, my god.
Oh my god. Whatever you think will, my god, I mean, such an embarrassment for this. Okay, whatever will make the bad dreams stop the most.
Give me a quick insight check, if you will.
Ooh, okay. Let's see then. Ooh, 20.
A nat 20?
Yeah, no, 19 plus 1.
19 plus 1. You look over and Vince here, excuse me, wasn't the one to patch you up, but has most likely looked over your medical history and looked at what happened to you. And you sense there's no form of judgment here, but he certainly acknowledges the traumatic events which you have been through, and wishes to be sensitive to that, and goes,
"I understand what you're saying, yes."
He goes, he goes, come with me. You get pulled by him into his back office, which is an office where the walls are tipped over like burned out wrecks of cars with a shanty metal door, which he has to like pry back with like his like stockier form. You walk in, you just see like, what's up?
I was gonna say, if he was struggling with the door, like I would just like push away, like, "You gotta do everything for your doc," and I just open the whole door like effortlessly.
"I'm in this office more than you are. I mean, you can just let me open the door to my own place, but whatever.
You walk in, desk, little lamp. Everything here seems like makeshift, like he had to construct it himself. Probably these are probably relics from when he first opened this little medical clinic here. As he walks over, you see he takes up a a briefcase, a incredibly thick black, and you watch as he goes as he flicks it open. As he opens it up, you watch steam comes out as tears, like almost like steps, begin to build its way, and you see chips hanging there on each of these little racks as he looks over and goes, well, bad dreams to go away, my friend. I can do my best for you, certainly. He goes, I can just give you inky black, which is a BD of just blackness. It is just void of any, it is unconsciousness, basically. We can have an 8-hour one, I can loop it for you, and that will give you all of the satisfaction you need there. If you wish to hone combat skills, I can give you different, blacklisted cyber psycho incidents, murder victims, things like that, robberies gone wrong. Any of this sounding good to you?
Snuff. Hard snuff.
Okay. I think when you mention snuff, it's implied that it's already as hard as it can be. I'm going to have to make a call to someone to get that in because, wow, I assume I'm not even going to ask which person you want to be in it. I'm just going to give you whatever comes up because, my God, Patch, I understand, but therapy is also something you can do that might be useful for you. And as this comes, we're then gonna cut back over to Sasha. Sasha, you just chilling with Mushi still?
Yeah.
Awesome, just chilling with Mushi.
Away from all of this.
Mushi's like, okay, awesome. So, yeah, business is going really well, and I have been, kind of like leans over and goes like, still speaking Japanese, but like whispering, goes, and I've been keeping my ear to the ground for you. I think something big is happening really close to here. We had people come in, some that live here, some just visiting, something about Wide Eye Studio. They're an anime manufacturer. They're an anime film, writers, animators, big corpo stuff, if you know what I'm talking about. Something big going on with them. And, guy came in here drunk, threw up all over the conveyor belt, tried to clean it up, but like just kind of the rag dragged it across all of it. That was a bitch to get cleaned. But besides that, something big going on with them. So keep your eye out for them. But besides that, I'll tell you anything else that comes in, okay?
I appreciate it, Bushi.
Of course, not a problem. Well, presumably, are you just still chilling there?
I mean, after enough time has passed, he'll probably go wander to see what the hell Patch is doing.
Excellent.
He takes too much time.
Mushi goes, I don't know how to end conversations either. I completely understand. You have a good day, and you're always welcome here. As you get up, you walk over, go find Patch. As we then come back over to Patch. Patch, you watch Dr. Vince. You watch the doc just go, okay, an order has been put in for you, and I don't know. It's going to be like a mystery box kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure what you're going to get, but if you pay me right now, you're going to get it when it comes in.
Okay,
So.
I take a deep sigh. I look over at the black ink one. This will do for now. I take it, and then you feel like just my cyber. I just do a little flash, and then the Aunt Eddie's transfer.
Eddie, over to you. Over from you over to Dr. Vince, and goes, excellent. Also, by the way, if Sasha you see Sasha around, and Sasha, you were then able to kind of like walk into this office. As you can just like see from like the lighting of how the office works, just a massive, like a massive broad shadow. You're like, yeah, okay, he's over there. I just gotta follow that. I'll find him. You're able to find Patch, no problem. And Dr. Vince goes, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Hello, I just wanted to let you know that your bike's been all tuned up, and Patch got your truck fully suited out. You got to stop ramming everything through buildings. I know the architecture's not that great, but if you are a hammer all the time, every problem is a nail. Make sense?
Whatever you say, Doc.
Oh, I'm going to take that as you heeding my medical opinion. Wonderful. Will there be anything else from either of you today?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just here to collect him.
Okay. Excellent. Well, make sure he hurts the right people. All right?
Always.
Perfect. You guys have a nice day, and hey, if you're gonna get hurt, make it back to me before you die.
as you guys are able to walk out of the office and go find, I think you guys agreed to take Patch's vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. As you go over to Patch's vehicle, Patch, this has to be a pretty big vehicle for you. Would you like to describe what your vehicle looks like for us?
So, God, the only thing I can closely think, like, sort of like the Beast, but,
Ooh.
like that, but with, more, like, dark navy blue. It's got, like, a bunch of scribbles and, like, tally marks on it. You've got a big spray paint fuck corpos on the hood, and then, on the front grille are 2 red horns like the ones on top of Patch's head.
Oh, I love the way that looks in my mind's eye palace. That's fucking phenomenal. Capable of pulling several tons, absolutely awesome. You guys are able to...
It totally got like a winch, like a tow cable on the back as well. And
without a doubt, easily causes some kind of sore memory there, as you're able to hop into the vehicle, and you guys are able to and head out of the 1111. Now, with all of that, as you guys begin your journey out into the wild world of Night City, where exactly are you guys heading to?
At this point,
that's
I
would have pulled up the coordinates.
Yeah, that's where I turn to Sasha. Like,
to the job.
Where do we go next?
Like,
who do we ask for help?
Unsafe. Driving with you is bad for my health.
And yet every day I find you up here back in my seat.
Crashing a truck is better than crashing a bike.
Very true. So it sounded like, I forget, which of the jobs were you very much interested in?
The
Briefcase.
suitcase. Yeah, briefcase one.
The briefcase one. Excellent. Location of a bar, 11, 12 blocks away, pops up, and you guys are able to... Patch, quick question. How is Patch's driving?
Like, I definitely think he's not an idiot with his driving. He can definitely drive, but, like, in a combat situation, he's definitely an aggressive driver.
Obviously, yeah.
He will run over pedestrians and people like to get to. No, okay,
not the family of 4.
No, okay, but like, yeah, but
hey, you hardly see any kids, so
very aggressive. Like, obviously, if he's like with a partner or something, like he won't like go like, but like he's definitely like parts of him that he will like forego his own safety just to get the job done sometimes.
Okay, absolutely. So it sounds like a safe driver right now, but if things pop off, that's out the window.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. With that, Sasha, you're able to see the coordinates pop up for that bar, and as you guys are able to drive over, you kind of direct Patch as to which way to go. And you guys are able to pull up to the bar. Let me just get both the bar. Sorry, I'm getting the name. I not very cyber of me. I have physical papers with everything on them. You run up to the Never Run Out. It is a neon sign out front, pink, barely anybody inside. Some drunkards kind of like spilling out from the evening before of partying, as this place is open for 24 hours. And you guys are able to park your car just along the side of the street and begin investigating. Now, you guys are able to see, first and foremost, the car that you guys are able to see on the immediate outside. Nothing that looks like 2 employees of an anime company. No sign of the briefcase as immediately. You need to step inside, try to find some more information from there.
Would I be able to find the camera, like from the angle of like the footage I'd seen?
You 100% can try to do that. Okay. Excellent. Please give me an I'm gonna say investigation check with advantage to try to find that camera.
Ooh.
You got this.
2 dice. If I get a 1 again, I'm gonna fucking cry.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, that's not terrible. What was it?
Investigation.
Adding?
Investigation.
17.
17. Insanely easier for you as you pull up. You're able to. You go into like basically a cyber vision to try to see what's happening, and you're able to identify although things were grainy, you recognize street corner. Kind of fix up the angle. You see a traffic light camera basically pointed directly to where you saw the man with the briefcase at, and you go, that's gotta be it.
Is there a chance that I would be able to hack into the camera and like see a recording of footage?
Here's what I'm gonna say. What spells slots do you have available to you right now? We're just gonna make this up on the fly.
3 first level.
3 first level? Give me a quick whatever check you think would relate to technology the most.
God, in this system?
In this, I know. In this economy, in this action economy, I know.
Here's Arcana for random things.
I was also gonna say Arcana for some reason.
For this, that would probably be suitable.
Yeah, so go ahead and we'll call it Arcana, like a tech check, basically.
Yeah,
go ahead and use Arcana. We should have just used fucking Star Wars 5e, but here we are.
Yeah.
It's not a 1.
How low is it?
Not a 1.
A 2.
A 5.
Why is it always the second roll? That's so bad.
Give me just 1 second.
Meanwhile, here I get 20s for the most mundane things, like spitting in a guy's face and
I need to not use this dice.
looking for BDs that will act as anti-stress reliefs.
As you're able to, and access the camera itself, but you recognize that without access, this is a direct access camera, and most of the footage is too corrupted to really give you kind of any detail as to where these people went or any kind of extra deal besides the deep dive that you were doing before. However, you do realize that but you're able to see just kind of vague movements as these two men handing off the briefcase, these silhouettes essentially, move to the curb of the street, and you watch as a car pulls up to the front of the building. The music's also off, and I apologize for that. It will come back momentarily.
No, it's all good.
Pull up to the front of the street. One of the guys gets into the car, the driver's side of the car, and then begins to drive off. You realize that even with that 5, the people inside of the bar would have been able to see the car that rolled up. So if you want to find out what car, you might have to talk to people inside to figure that out.
Okay. Would I have like a general timestamp too for asking
You do, yeah.
people?
So this was only like maybe 45 minutes ago. This is relatively recently, yeah.
Fabulous.
Things happen quick in the city. It's a Night City minute, baby.
Speed.
So,
okay, yeah, I'll head
all I
into
can
the
give you,
bar
though.
then.
Not a problem.
And I'll just follow right behind him.
Tiny man takes the lead.
Sasha, you walk into the bar. Patch, you have to crouch to enter into the doorway. As
just hear a soft thunk as I head
very stormtrooper-esque of you.
Yeah.
You're able to see a single night shift employee sweeping the floor, sweeping up like broken glass, expended BDs, worthless Eddie chips, sweeping things to the side. You're able to see that this guy has, protruding from his shoulder, just normal. I'm trying to find interesting ways to just say he's a guy, but he really is. He's just a human guy.
He is one of the guys of all time.
Regular, yeah, no, truly. Brown hair, overalls kind of tied off at the waist at the back, simple white t-shirt. But you're able to see 2 bionic arms coming off of his shoulders that are basically half of the length of his normal organic arms. As he's kind of sweeping, he just goes, hey guys, we're gonna have to shut down the. Oh my God, you're big, and looks over towards Patch. And then goes, yeah, sorry, but the bar's closed down right now. We got to clean everything up. There's got to be like 30 minutes. You can come back and get smashed all you want, but right now we're not going to be serving anything.
Not here to get smashed, I'm afraid, but
No.
do have some questions if you're willing.
Go ahead and give me a Patch. Anything that you say?
I just like you can hear like crack in his knuckles, like metal knuckles. And if you're unwilling,
give me a persuasion check with advantage.
All right.
Oh my god! Why? Why would you ever?
Would that be persuasion or intimidation?
Patch intimidation with advantage. Yes, great.
Look, yeah, 21.
That's 2 8s.
It's 2 8.
And Paul, what'd you get?
21.
21.
God.
Well, yeah, 15 plus 6.
Yeah, I'm useless over here.
Looks over to you, Sasha, and goes, "Look, like I didn't clock the port on the back of your head. Why would I tell a net runner anything? Okay, I am now reconsidering.
I'd like to apologize.
Okay. Look,
like just fucking.
First thing out of
Hold
my
the
mouth.
gun up.
First thing out of my mouth. I am sorry. I'm working here for 20 eddies a night. I'm just trying to make rent, and honestly, I'm tired. And I was in the wrong. Hell, I'll pay you to not hurt me. Second of all, I will tell you anything that you want to know as long as my legs still work when you guys leave.
I promise you'll still be able to walk.
Oh. Yes.
I like make like a sarcastic like groan of disappointment, like oh, and here I was thinking I'd get to snap some bones today.
You wanted to hurt me?
Forgive my choom over there. He's special.
Questions.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. We'll say that.
Oh my god, dude.
Truly,
we needed nobody to talk for us because you're gonna scare them into silence.
No need to go into cyberpsychosis, homie. You're basically already there.
Oh my god.
Look, she's going. Okay, look. What? Are you guys with the cops or anything? Because again, I can't be talking to the PD. Like I got warrants. We got looked over and he's like, I'm a black lace dealer. I cannot be caught again, or they're going to just shoot me when they find me. So what do you want to know?
Oh no. Not with the police. We promised that would have been a stupid thing to tell us since you didn't know.
He goes, that's how I got caught the first time. I should have learned from my mistakes.
Would I be able to show him like the grainy image of the car?
Yeah. I just you kind of just pull up basically like a phone essentially, and just you cast the image over to the phone. Show it to me and goes like, oh yeah, my god, that was an Eddie Mobile rolled up here. The shiniest thing I have seen in months round this section of the city. Couldn't believe why it rolled up here. Some guy got in there arguing with some kind of woman in the passenger seat and then rode away.
Trying to think of helpful things to ask, and
I'm the muscle here.
Again.
Instead of good cop, bad cop, it's no cop and bad cop.
It's soupy brain and bone breaking this direction.
I'm gonna title this session "Bone Broth." I love that.
You should. You absolutely should. That is amazing. Okay.
The tastiest broth. Slurping up bone fragments.
Could you imagine being a cooking channel and being like, I want to learn how to make some bone broth, and this bullshit comes up.
Taking the phrase bone meal to a whole nother level.
And it's like, wait a minute, it's like 2.5 hours. It can't be that hard. And also, it's 3 of them? Like,
oh boy. Okay, I'm trying to think if figuring out where the car, which direction it went would be helpful, or if like just numbers on the car would be helpful. All of that would probably be helpful, to be entirely fair. Okay, so I'll ask him first, like, was there anything like really noticeable about the car other than like expensive, colorful?
Oh my, absolutely. I'm gonna quick check. I'll say with advantage because you have the image. Give me 1 second. God, it's been It's been an hour and 40 minutes, and this is the first time that I'm rolling dice. That's how you know it's good D&D. Oh, absolutely. This guy is a genius when it comes to cars. He looks over and he goes like, well, I frequent a couple websites, car websites. Don't think about anything. And I was looking around. So model is something that you only really see it in magazines around here. But honestly, look like a Herrera Outlaw GTS, like one of those 90K Eddie kind of cars.
Oh, I love the Outlaws. One of my favorites.
Sasha's making notes of all this.
That, funnily enough, was also the car that was mentioned within the kidnapping job that was listed to you before.
Ooh, the plot thickens. At that point, maybe Patch would probably for Sasha aside tell him that about how he remembers reading about that car in the job back in the apartment.
Helpful, because I would have forgotten it.
Oh, good.
What do you say? 2 birds with 1 stone here?
Do you think they're actually the same?
Well, could be fun to find out.
Look,
doesn't hurt to hope.
All I know is that it was traveling right down the street. I didn't see where it went from there. He didn't track it down. Wasn't able to get any plates on it or anything, but I just saw it. Why do you guys want it, by the way? Anything to do with those gentlemen?
I assume you saw them then.
I mean, yeah. I couldn't understand a lick of what they were saying, but yeah, I saw them. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, my phone's going off. I apologize.
Anything of note you'd want to say to a friend?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, boy. If this is...
You got it.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm saying nothing because I'm going to curse myself the moment that I do. Where's persuasion? Oh, wow. Okay. That... Not terrible.
Okay.
Plus 6 persuasion. I love it. 16.
16 looks over and goes like, well, the 2 guys seem pretty civil. I mean, the handoff went pretty well. Yeah, some kind of big briefcase was being moved between them, but honestly, it could have been anything in there. So, I can't say that. That's not too uncommon. But the strange thing was that when the guy got in the car, there was a... Actually, give me 1 second. That is 2 nat 1s. That is 2 nat 1s.
Amazing.
Wow. I need to roll a quick con save real quick.
Just quick psychic damage.
Wow, that's a 3rd nat 1 in a row. That is a first for me. As this guy goes, yeah.
We're making...
Let me tell you, I actually knew this
rulebook
lady.
optional history here.
Look, no, for real, that's the first time I've ever rolled 3 nat 1s in a row. That's absolutely crazy. That is a 1 in 1,600 chance. As this guy goes, yeah, and actually, I know a little bit of Japanese. And what the lady, she drove up, and what she said was, and you watch as his 2 cybernetic arms reach down and break his neck and fully kill him right in front of you.
Wait, for real?
Yep, you watch as
my god!
And snap his neck. This guy just died right in front of you.
Oh my god!
A cybernetic... Sasha, you've probably seen this before. Just a cybernetic malfunction that can sometimes happen with augmentations.
Oh my god.
Very rare, but they certainly can happen.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that Pat's just standing there totally unfazed.
There goes our information.
I didn't even get to break his legs.
I can still go for it. I'm not gonna stop you.
But it's not fun if I don't hear him screaming.
I'm in disbelief that just happened.
Not you and me both.
I'm having an out-of-body experience. But, okay, with all of that, so cool. This nameless bartender guy is now dead on the floor in front of you. And you see... Just like a regular, kind of be like, hey, is it open for drinking? What happened to Jerry? looks over at the big guy and over at Sasha and looks over to Patch and Sasha and just goes like, wait a minute. Is he napping on the floor?
All right, and then I immediately run over to him. I grab him by the throat, but not like trying to break his neck. Just slam him against the wall, lean really close into his face, and I just go, "Shh, it's just a bad dream. It'll be over soon."
You are incriminating us.
Well, if I know one thing, pal, because I've been in my fair share of BDs, this isn't a dream, but... And he just goes to sleep as you're choking him.
I just let him go, let him collapse on the floor.
Just fully collapses. Excellent.
That felt good.
Okay. Excellent. Do you guys stay here with the unconscious man and the body?
I wasn't saying we should call or give a tip of, hey, this dude just died due to a malfunction, but now we're incriminated because of Patch. So, fuck it.
For every moment of indecision, there runs the risk of more people walking in.
All right,
let's go.
Yeah,
For the love of God, I'm gonna grab him by the horn and drag him out the door. Jesus Christ.
You drag Patch out of there, and at least you know where the car was going.
Oh.
Remember? Because that's what we're talking about. The car trying to find the guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so, you guys just leave, hop back into Patch's truck, and presumably just go down the direction that the truck went in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If possible, since I'm pretty sure you can access the web from your head, I think.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Cool.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna start like searching through stuff based on that car and see if I can find any helpful information at all.
Killer. Give me another Arcana or Investigation check. Arcana being tech, of course. I'm gonna re-say it every time. Fingers crossed.
This fails me again. I'm grabbing another set of dice.
Well, Patch can also help you out if you want.
Well,
do you want to?
I'd like to, yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah,
I hope it comes to that, though.
You both can make the check, or one of you can make it with advantage.
I trust you. You can.
You shouldn't. Oh, maybe you should.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's my boy.
Okay. Fucking okay. The tiny dice failed. Okay. Let's not have my tablet keep turning off. Arcana 21.
21. As
Good
you
number.
You are searching through like
Thumbs
different
up.
applications, web pages. All corpo run. You actually run across a. You run across a website called the Outlaw Bounty Board with a subsection of the form that says motor crossings, and you're able to see it's a social media feed of people that spot really expensive cars and just say like, here's where I saw it. Man, I love looking at this kind of stuff because like that exists in real life, weirdly enough. People, also, by the way, quick PSA, don't take pictures of other people's cars. It's a weird thing to do, and some people do that. That's just strange. But going down that list, you're seeing like scrolling through, and you see 4 blocks away from here for a Herrera Outlaw GTS. You see a post that's you got a 21, right?
Yes.
You see a post, one which says "Just spotted this beauty. Just made my day," and then you see one directly it's like a more recent post directly under it. Give me a quick perception check to see if you can like see what's wrong with like what's the differences between the photos.
Will I be able to see this too, like, or is it just in Sasha's
I'll
head?
just say it's just gonna be Sasha for this one.
Okay.
What's the check?
Perception.
Perception. Where's perception? I can't do math. Oh god. That's +7. Fuck. 14. 13.
You got 13. You then see another photo, more recently, from 1 minute ago, with a exact like cross section location, just like beauty stopped at a traffic spot. Beauty. Beauty stopped at a street light. Hopefully, it revs away. From 1 minute ago. Patch, as you're kind of like tuned into this, you're able to. You actually know that address. You know that like crossing the streets. It's like at 17th and 17th and Wakako. You can easily find where that is.
All right. So at that point, I do a hard right, take the right, and then follow up to where that intersection is.
As you begin kind of like stepping on the gas a bit more to get over there, you begin whipping back and forth. Both of you can either give me investigation or perception checks. As you get to that intersection, the car is no longer there, but you are basically on its trail now, and you need to find it from here.
Perception is a better number.
I'll go for
17.
I'll go in for. Can I do an investigation check?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, 18.
Nice.
Awesome. Literally, and that's a nat 20 and a nat 1 with disadvantage on stealth. The amount of this entire night, man, this is the game with math. This is the amount of this is computers and math. No shit, because this is a statistical improbability.
Yeah.
As you are driving around, as you guys are like passing like block intersecting street to another like city block, as you guys are driving, you both simultaneously whip your head to the right side of the car, and you see driving in parallel to you is the Herrera Outlaw GTS.
Basically say, I just lean over to Sasha. Want me to hit Want to get the party started?
Gonna grip the fucking arm of the chair and just nod.
Say less! I'm gonna go right into slam right into them.
God.
So what you want to do? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to slam on the gas. You want to so you want to T-bone them basically.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna slam on the gas, get to the next block up, make a hard right, and then floor it towards them and try to T-bone them. Okay, cool.
No. We're parallel, right?
Yes.
Oh, no, I just want to turn right and just like hit them that way, like turn into the.
Yeah, but like with spacing the way that it works, like just trust me here. Like I'm a.
All right, sure.
So as Okay, awesome. So as you, so Sasha, you grip onto the fucking,
I'm just laughing maniacally. Get ready.
As Patch, you kind of like sink into the seat a little bit. As you shoot forward, you start ducking traffic left and right. You hit the handbrake. You skid. You then massive plumes of black smoke come out of like the tailpipes of your car as you shoot across the road. Give me a quick just attack roll basically as you're coming up to this car.
So what would just regular D20 then?
Like whatever your give me an attack plus so whatever you use for your battle axe, just like give me an attack roll basically.
Oh, okay. 13.
A 13. Awesome. Give me 1 second just to make a quick check. It's not gonna be that good. How?
Oh, damn.
5, not 1 in a single game. In a half an hour period.
My God.
This is insane. As you...
We're making history, boys!
You just need to roll a 1 now, and then we'll all be in the party, having rolled 1s.
So you... this giant fuck corpos on the hood. You think your car is like an elevated like SUV basically as you're flying towards this like this is a fast car. It's a rich car. It is not a durable car. As you are able to look over, you are laser focused on the car as you watch the driver of the opera look over and you see wide-eyed fear as almost everything slows like Ave Marie as you slam into the driver's side of the car and you watch as it wraps around the hood of your vehicle. Perfect. So, in real time, you just see you see two cars become one for just a moment as you then watch the opera and just roll 3 or 4 times, slamming. You watch it as I'm gonna roll a d4 real quick.
1.
As you watch it and lands on the hood, now in like a rough C formation from that humongous impact.
All right, and then so what can I say? Like, can I check? Like, ask like what's the damage to like my car then?
Yeah, no problem. Give me a quick. I'll say with advantage because you did describe this truck as fucking huge. Give me a quick con save with advantage.
A con save?
Yeah.
Okay. So Constitution then. Okay. 7.
With advantage.
Oh well. How do I give advantage? What
You
roll
roll
again,
twice
pick the
and
higher
pick
number.
the higher number.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Good.
18.
18.
Much better.
Awesome. I'm gonna put down the 3 d20s I had in my hand to roll damage for your car. So we're just gonna
Terrifying.
move those down a little bit. Give me 1 second here. You do not want me to get above a 30 on this roll.
1. Please.
19, 22. Your car is badly dented in the front, but is still functional and can still get you away.
All right.
The Opera GX, this thing's value just went from 90,000 eddies to 0 eddies in about 5 seconds. So that's a huge payday gone.
Could have sold that.
Yeah, no chopping that vehicle. As you, so Sasha, from your perspective, kind of like holding on, it's maybe you're just kind of holding it, and you just see a wide grin on Patch's face. Do you guys go investigate the car?
Hell yeah, I'm going. So at this point, like the
Before
Patch
he does any more damage.
Patch has like the flip up visor, like it just goes down over his eyes and whole face.
Okay.
Pull out I just get my shotgun ready and just opens the door and just pumps it once as I start walking towards the wreckage.
Super cool, awesome. Sasha, how do you get ready for this?
He does have like a little gas mask to put on to like hide part of his face at least.
Alright.
But just no weapons. Just walking behind Patch,
Walking
to do
behind Patch, no problem.
damage control at this point.
Super cool. If I get below okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. As you guys kind of walk over, the first thing that you're able to see, this is gonna be kind of interesting to go over. So the driver's side is facing you, the car is upside down though, okay? Mm-hmm. With all the cars again, C formation, you look over and you see that the driver is still alive, airbags deployed, badly wounded, is currently making death saving throws.
Okay.
You see, again, Japanese man, button up, tie, khaki pants, some kind of like corpo employee, and you're able to see just kind of like hanging, legitimately so again, he's hanging upside down on the roof of the car, which is now the floor. You see his arm badly broken with the briefcase laying on the hood of the car, like the roof of the car. Mm-hmm. As you guys walk over, what do you do?
Oh, I did my fun thing. I'll let Sasha go first here.
Shouldn't there be a third passenger?
As you look over to the, I didn't know if that was a question or a statement.
A question.
As you look over, the passenger side of the car does not have someone inside of it. The passenger seat of the car does not have anybody inside of it.
Okay.
Give me a quick investigation check, both of you.
All right. Let's see.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh, and that's
16.
16.
That's nice.
So I'm gonna get to you in 1 second, Sasha. Patch. So you see the driver still alive. Just got ribs fractured, lungs collapsed. Horrible.
He's doing death
accident.
saves every turn, right?
Yes, making death saves every turn.
Okay.
So Patch, what do you do in this moment before I get to Sasha's nat 20?
I just I'm gonna ignore the driver for now. Can I go to the guy with the broken arm with the suitcase, the briefcase?
Yes, you can.
So, I basically I squat down with my shotgun. I stare at him for a bit, maybe poke poke his like side for a bit with a shotgun and make sure he's like moderately okay.
No.
And
he flinches a lot. He screams. He goes because again, broken ribs. He's really not doing well.
Okay. All right. So at this point, I managed to like find a little bit of like the little like release for the seatbelt. I undo that. I grab him by like the collar of his shirt as I drag him out of the car.
Okay.
Basically, and it was saying, "Yeah, scream. Make sure everyone can hear you." And I'm just pulling him out as I just like I throw him out, and then just like I don't like point my shotgun at him, but I'm still like he still just holds it out, and just looks at it down there, and like just looks at him, like sees the briefcase still handcuffed to his arm.
Yep,
too.
still handcuffed, dragging behind him as you pull him out. As you say this dude's not even intimidated by you. He's just too hurt to like take anything in right now. 1 success, 1 failure on the death saves as he just and just kind of like just begins coughing and just starts like kind of like looking around.
Oh, wait, they're both doing death saves? I thought just the driver was doing a death save.
No, so there's the driver and there's there's the driver, but there's no passenger and there's no third guy either. This is only a 2-seater car.
Yeah, but there's 2 people in it, right?
There's no passenger, but there is a driver.
Oh, okay.
Right now, the driver's the only guy in the car, and you just pulled him out of the car.
Oh, okay. All right, I totally misunderstood.
You're
Okay.
all good. Yes.
All right,
you're
so
totally cool.
I
I'm
look
deeply confused now.
I look over at Sasha. I go call out to him like, you got something to stabilize this guy?
Max stock?
If you guys want to call an ambulance over here, get City Med over to help him out, you can.
Or wait. Okay, think we can get this guy back to Vince before he flatlines?
You're doing that alone if you're doing it at all.
Okay. So at that point, I'd sigh. I throw the shotgun over my shoulder. I grab the briefcase and then try to like grab the other guy's arm, try to make it like him push the biolock to open it.
Perfect. I'm gonna get over to Sasha's nat 20 real quick, and then we're gonna get back over to you, Patch. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Sasha, that nat 20. You realize a couple of things. So there's a little bit of confusion as to who exactly got in the car. You saw that security footage when you were deep diving. You had that like security footage from when you actually were at the bar. You got that information from the barkeep whose cybernetic arms killed himself. You realize that in this moment there were 3 people involved in this. There was the guy that handed off the briefcase. There was the guy that got the briefcase, and there was the woman that picked the guy up in the car. The guy that handed off the briefcase just did that. He handed it off and then got out of there. He was not involved in this car. The driver and the woman, the driver is the one that Patch just pulled out of the car. The woman is not in the car right now. You think that's kind of weird because the dude said they drove away together. Kind of interesting. As you're looking around, you realize that the left side of the car, the driver's side of the car, is badly damaged. And as you are looking at this, you realize that the right section of the car is not indented, not really warped or cracked in any way. However, you realize that on the passenger side door, the window control is in a position that would indicate the window is fully up. However, when you're looking at the passenger side door, there is no window in the car. There is no window like in the passenger side door.
Oh no.
And as you look further into the car, you see that on the upholstery, the little section like where you would engage the handle to kind of like lock the door, unlock it, like on the side section of like where the armrest would be, you see blood splatter. Recent blood splatter, recently dried maybe 5-10 minutes ago. You then also see in the console of the car, as it's kind of like bursting in and out of life, you're able to see a message show up just so quick that only you could catch it. Trunk lock engaged.
Ooh, okay.
As you watch Patch as this guy, I'm just gonna roll in death save. 2 successes, 1 failure. coughing up as you try. So what do you say to get him to engage the biolock?
Because I'm thinking like maybe there's like a thumb scanner or something, so I'm like trying to grab his other arm and like force his thumb onto the biolock to try and open it.
As so you kind of like you pick up his body, you start like pushing his thumb into it, and you realize that as you push his thumb into it, it comes up as red. Like
I'm just like confused for a second. I'm starting to get frustrated. Like why the hell isn't this working?
Give me a quick Sasha, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this regardless of how you communicate to Pax. We can get to that, but Patch, I want you to roll me an investigation or a tech check.
Okay. And by tech we mean
tech
Arcana,
is Arcana,
right?
yes.
Let's go with Arcana. I haven't done that ever. They're the same. Ooh, 20.
Nice.
Nat 20 or a
no, regular 20, 18 plus 2.
Regular 20, 18 plus 2, not a problem at all. As you realize that this guy he's the recipient, he's the carrier of this package. He cannot disengage the lock on the handcuffs. You realize that that the only person that can disengage this lock is probably the person that was supposed to receive it.
Okay. So at this point, probably I start getting frustrated. I just drop his arm and then grab the suitcase, still attached to his other arm,
yes,
and look over at Sasha. He's not our guy. The suitcase was someone else.
I told you that if you asked.
Sasha, what do you do?
I'm gonna go over to the trunk. Is there like damage?
Well, the left side of it is certainly like crumpled in, but the right's like it can still open. It's gonna be a rough open. Like it might be a little bit of jimming, but if you disengage the lock, you can certainly pop the trunk open.
Okay, and is it like look like an organic lock or like something that needs a key?
It looks like it's locked by the car's system. So if you want to just like crawl into the car and disengage it, you could do that. Or if you also want to hack it, you could also do that and just make it a little bit of flavor.
I could force it open as well, probably.
A little hacky hack on the lock.
A little hacky hack. Give me a quick tech check, if you will.
15.
Ooh, nice.
$15. Cyber eyes kick in. Easy. Like a two-pronged defense system? It's the fucking trunk of a car. Like you haven't done...
1M EC D9.
Like you haven't done this before. As the trunk... the servos engage, like the automated systems try to like force the trunk open. Some groaning as then... as the trunk opens up, you then watch as the body of a woman falls out onto the concrete underneath the car. And just sitting there. As you're able to look, easy recognition. Entry wound on the left temple, right side of her head basically gone. It looks like this person was shot and killed, most likely by the driver, which you guys have been playing around with.
Okay. Fuck. This might be a bad time to say I have to use the restroom.
Okay, not a problem. And actually, because we've been going for about 2 hours, we're actually going to finish up in about maybe 30 minutes or so. Let's take a quick break, go to the bathroom, get some water, and then we can come back and finish strong. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome.
All right, excellent.
Oh, loving this, though.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank
And I hope
you.
everyone's having a good time so far.
Fantastic.
Yes,
time.
this is
great.
awesome.
Oh,
This
I
is
am-
like easy. I'm loving this so much.
You know how... yeah, Grave,
Awesome.
you can feel free to go to the bathroom. Paul, do you know how long I've been sitting on this one shot? Like, I have been waiting to bust this out for months.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Same. Oh my god. Like I've been literally like talking with Grave for months now. Like we were like, like developing these characters and sort of like even like role playing it a bit, just like trying to like get into minds of the characters, and it's so much fun.
It is.
So
literally awesome. I'm so, and like honestly, well, first of all, I really appreciate that you guys are putting in so much effort of like making these awesome characters and awesome art and just like because like let's not mince words here. Wait, hold on. Badoop. Look at how cool these guys look.
Isn't he like such a great artist?
100%. And the way that Sasha looks, like, it's just fucking rad. Like, we just love how that looks.
Yeah, no, easy. Like, I told him I gave him like a reference to like some like Twitter artist I follow that I really dig their aesthetic, and I'm like, I want a guy that's like a cyborg, super ripped, but also like freakish abomination, like Atom Smasher vibes, but not like totally. I want him to have like some human parts still left over.
Yeah.
Like maybe at most 2013, or 2023 Atom Smasher, basically.
Yeah. No, makes sense. And in all honesty, and also just real quick before anything else, hello, the 6 of you watching. We really appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for sticking around. Tony, if you're still there, we love you, my guy, and cannot wait for awesome things to come. Yes, I hope everyone's having a good time so far. But yes, this is so much fun. First sci-fi game. I think there are probably improvements that I could make here and there. But I'm really having that's it.
Absolutely,
the fantasy stuff. I love the fantasy stuff. This is new and unique, and there's just this passion of I've just been sitting because I want to get this out and I want to have everybody see it and have a good time with it. So it's super cool, super awesome.
That's how I'm so excited for to do the Transformers thing. Every character will get to make their own character. They decide what vehicle they turn into or what. That's the whole thing. With Transformers, you don't have to turn into a car or a boat, or if you can be a wolf. You could turn into a toaster if you wanted to, and stuff like that.
Yo, they call me the bread baker.
I mean, there literally is one that's sort of like that. They have this whole lineup where it's basically a bunch of small Transformers living in a mall. One turns into a soccer ball. It's great.
What the?
One of the movies does that too.
Oh yeah, the Mountain Dew one. I love that.
Not even that, the appliances in Sam's house.
Oh yes. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, the blender
fucking thing in the world to me is that the Allspark triggers. Also, I reached my playback limit. We got a 10-minute break in the music. That's rad. Another timer going on. But in Sam's house, when the Allspark hits, it's so funny because all of his appliances turn evil, and I'm like, does that mean that if my blender just got taken apart and put back together, it could become a killbot? A PS3 goes sentient and starts shooting discs at people. It's fucking insane.
It's fabulous.
It's absolutely wonderful.
Great.
Yeah.
So excited for Rise of the Beast in June, by the way. I'm super excited for that.
Oh, yeah. Is this going to be the first one with dinosaurs, or I can't keep up anymore?
No, Age of Extinction was, and it's not dinosaurs, it's all animals, like cheetahs, monkeys, and other stuff.
God, truly, the Transformers lore is like Ben 10 lore. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh God, don't even get me started on Ben 10, dude. I remember
so
back in college, you just looking up so many Ben 10 lore videos. I'd come home, either that or you're playing Borderlands 3, doing that one
killing off Grave Ward. Yeah,
Grave Ward, that was him. I was telling Grave how I would always come back from classes watching you kill him, try to farm a legendary for him.
It was the Krakatoa, my guy. It was after patch. It was one of the best guns in the game. But truly, it was because one of the most core memory for me is I'd be sitting on that little dinky gray couch that we had.
Yes, I love those.
And honestly, we would be having a party or whatever, or we'd just have friends over, and I would just talk to people, and we just have a good time, and I'm just farming Grave Warden over and over and over again.
Absolutely.
It's fucking rad. Grave, I cut you off. I'm so sorry. What were you gonna say?
I had nothing.
I just want to give you the opportunity. All right. No, a good example, Ben 10, similar to how Transformers is now in the realm of see that cheetah? Transformers made that. Ben 10 had a similar thing where it's hey, George Washington? Yeah, he was an alien hunter. Mummies from Egypt? Aliens. You know mythical creatures like the Chupacabra? Aliens. And guess what? The story of Frankenstein?
Plumbers involved in everything.
No, for real, yeah. Truly, it's they are the Illuminati. It's the most insane thing in the world. But yeah. Super cool.
I remember, because I'm pretty sure one of the makers, the creators of Ben 10, there was this one show, Transformers Animated, that was created by the creator of Ben 10. So as a joke, he ended up designing what if Ben turned into a Transformer, one of his aliens, and it was great. I've
seen a lot of people talking about who could because technically by the rules of the Omnitrix, this is gonna be I'm gonna leave this in the recording. We just stop talking about D&D. We're gonna get back into it in like 2 minutes, by the way, when my music kicks on, or not. And I'll just get very serious about like the overall what's going on. But just one thing really quickly about Ben 10, because of course I'm gonna be the one to fucking talk about Ben 10. The fucking thing is that, like, apparently people were like, who'd win in a fight, Goku or Ben 10? I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? But basically they were like, Ben 10 could win because if he got some of Goku's DNA, he could then become Goku because Goku's an alien.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so absolutely fucking wild. Ben 10 lore, indeed. But yes, but with that, everyone got their water, everyone got the stuff. We're gonna end off in like probably about a half an hour of gameplay, and it's gonna be a good time. But we all ready to hop back in?
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Okay, fucking awesome. So
I am such a fool. Oh my god.
why are you a fool?
I haven't heard any music this entire time, and I didn't realize why until right now.
Oh, you why couldn't you hear it before?
I couldn't hear it before. I heard nothing. I just went with it.
So why weren't you here? But why were you not hearing it though?
I didn't join the activity on Discord properly.
No, you did not. That is a bad thing. You must do that in order to hear the music.
I have never seen something like that.
I literally I literally didn't notice until like right before like until halfway through the little nightmare sequence in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Hey,
that nightmare sequence was 10 out of 10, by the way. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, before we start talking about everything, let's hop back into the game. And also, by the way, if anyone was curious about the overall music, you can always check out Rulebook Optional on YouTube and listen to everything that I can hear and all my insanity. But yes, we're back into the game. A car crashed. A briefcase gotten, or at least attached to the man which was supposed to have it, and a body discovered. Sasha, no longer, oh my god, Paul and Grave, who are they? Sasha and Patch. Who was I on before we took a little bit of a bathroom break?
We were at Sasha because he had just found the woman's dead body in the trunk.
Excellent. So Sasha, so anything you want, so you see a woman, again, seemingly shot in the left temple, exit wound on the right side of their head. What do you want to do?
Oh, I mean, first of all, I'm relieved we didn't kill her.
Yeah.
Presumably.
I was gonna hold my breath like this if it turns out I killed her.
Because did I hear a woman arguing, or was it what the bartender guy told us?
You got just the snippet of the handoff, but what the actual bartender said, he heard a woman pull up and arguing started as the car drove away.
Okay. Oh. I wonder if I could roll a history check.
Okay.
To see if I could use my brain smarts to see what happens.
Okay, roll a history check for me as I
That's
rapidly
possible.
do some DM magic in my brain.
You're fine. It's 5.
That's a 5. Well, Sasha, here's the problem. You're like, what if I was there? And you really rapidly recognize that you weren't there, and that is the main. You're like, if only I was there and I experienced this, I would know exactly what was going on. With that. You're trying to be like, okay, what exactly is happening here? But I will say, in a little bit, I'm going to let you roll another investigation check. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to roll 2d20, and we're going to see if something happens. Nothing happens yet. Patch, what are you doing with the guy?
So I realized like that probably the briefcase is going to help us out. So I look over. I take at the handcuffs, the axe.
Yep.
I mean to the briefcase. I pull up my axe and then see if I can go try to like cut the handcuffs to get the.
Cut the handcuffs. Okay, no problem.
To be fair, I thought you were going to use your shotgun to shoot the guy's arm off when you
I was
first
tempted
saw
to it. I was tempted to it. But I'm like,
Well-
I feel like I need to be at least somewhat not bloodthirsty here.
2 failures, 2 successes for this guy, as you were able to pull out your axe and you loom over him. Give me this. I'm going to tell you right now, this is made of a compost metal. This is an incredibly dense and fortified chain link. So there's going to have to be a very high attack roll to bust through. But give me an attack roll with your great axe.
Okay. Let's see. Come on, money. 24.
Okay. Give me a damage roll, okay?
Okay. How do I do damage again?
It should be right next to wherever your attack roll is.
Oh, 1d8 plus 2, okay. Ah, shit. 4. 1 damage roll, you said, right?
Just 1, yep.
Yep, so 4.
You bring your axe down. You do not hit his hand, luckily enough.
Oh, thank God.
The chain spread out, slams a ring, it's not dissimilar to a gunshot, rings out. Sasha, you're able to hear that as the chain looks undamaged by what you just did.
Shit.
Okay.
Sasha, investigation roll for me.
Oh boy. That's a 9.
It's a 9. If you expend, you realize that like this woman laying here is giving off some kind of like residual energy, like some kind of weird. She has some kind of like electrical signal around her. If you expend a spell slot, I will let you know what that signal is. But you cannot figure it out right now. You just kind of a brief flash, almost like radio waves connecting with your mind just momentarily. But you're really unable to get anything more deep than that.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
You expend a spell slot. Excellent. As you expend that spell slot to get that information, jumping back over to Patch real quick. Final death save for this guy.
Oh, God.
You watch as he goes and just fully stops breathing.
Shit.
The driver is fully dead.
Okay. Say like help. Can't say I didn't try. And I take my axe. I'm gonna go chop his arm off and take the briefcase.
I'm gonna say without you even having to really even make an attack roll, you just kind of like, all right, and you just do you take it off at the elbow, the wrist? Where are you taking this arm off?
I'm taking it off at like a little bit below the elbow, so like the just the forearm.
Just a little bit below the. Excellent. Your axe digs into the pavement a bit as this man's arm has now been clean cut, severed off. Excellent. What do you do?
I'm gonna take the take the suitcase. And
the arm.
Walk over to Patch with it, just laying the dead man's hand. Like just dangles in the handcuff on it.
Oh yeah, just excellent. Walks over to you.
And
okay, yeah. Anything else?
And basically, like, see, I want to see if, like, think you can get this open. Sasha's just done with all his shit.
Certainly.
Pat, Sasha, can I make you? Do you want to make a deal real quick?
I'm concerned.
You can make a check to see if you want to crack it open. You can make an arcana. You can make another tech check, essentially. If you want to give me the rest of your spell slots, I will have you automatically open this briefcase up.
I was really bopping music. like all that. That changes like the best time possible.
I want to try something first.
Okay, perfect. At any point, you can always go back to this, but I do just want to say it's on the table.
Okay. I want to see if the woman can open the case.
Ooh.
Fascinating idea. Give me a quick... no problem. You go over, you grab her hand, and you're able to put it onto the bio lock, see if it can open up. Sadly, as it goes red.
Okay. Yeah, why not? I don't have... They're not important. It's fine.
We'll be okay.
Your mind, like a processor running multiple programs at once. On one, you see the energy wave signal coming off of this woman's body, and you lock onto that. And with the other one, you quickly do like the hacking mini game from the hit game Cyberpunk 2077.
B4, C7, D6.
Yes.
As you are able to unlock the case. Which one do you think you would get done first? The identification of the signal or the opening of the case?
I feel like probably the case.
The case. As the case, the biolock opens up, and you watch as the case cracks open. Inside, you are able to see basically what's called a football. It is a computer with the shell casing of a hardened, it's a suitcase with a laptop inside, and the laptop and its processor are incredibly well protected by the outside of the suitcase. And you look and you see, so the part that flips open being a screen, you see a keyboard, and then you see a place to jack in your neural link if you wanted to like connect to it personally.
Why not?
Excellent. As
Let's
you
do it.
plug your neural link into this football, please give me an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, saving throw. Ooh, that's actually not too bad. Okay. Oh, that's upside down. That's why it looks so bad. Okay. That was 9 plus 14. I can do math.
14.
Totally.
Killer.
I can do math.
Killer. You take 13 points of psychic damage.
Oh shit.
Oh, God.
As suddenly your bionic eyes, as you suddenly get flashes of black and then green and then black and then white, as your vision sparks out for a moment. Your vision then comes back to you, and you recognize that the program that was decoding the signal, that gets jarbled, that gets interrupted. You see it closes, reopens, closes, closes, reopens, reopens, closes, reopens. You watch as all of your messages, all those emails which you denied earlier on today, like an hour and a half ago, they all get cycled through. All of your deleted gets cycled through. You see your map, like your map of Night City, zooms out, moves around, zooms into like random locations. You are like your brain.
Oh my God.
This is. Give me a quick tech check, Arcana check.
Oh boy.
Here I am. Really, I'm Patch is just trying to like just grab Sonic, make sure he doesn't like collapse on the street.
That's a 9.
A 9.
no.
Your lack of knowledge of this gives you some knowledge of this. As you have never seen a program or virus this severe fuck with you this significantly. This is something that you've never encountered personally before, and you do not know what is now inside of you.
Oh boy.
With that, after, as Patch is kind of just like holding you there, give me a quick con save.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, that's add to a 0. Wonderful. That's a net 20 though.
Oh, thank God.
But you realize that you're like,
God.
this is just code. This is just some kind of virus. You're able to snap yourself. You go, I need to identify. And you go for base processes first. I need breathing. I need sight. I need touch. I need the basic senses. Excellent. Past that, I need process. I need messaging. I need the ability to hack. I need my neural link to be functioning. You run through everything from the ground up, and you get yourself back to baseline. You do not vomit. There's no hemorrhaging, no neurodamage, no nothing. You were able to get maybe 2 or 3 minutes past of Patch holding you up, but you are fine. As that happens, you as the program for decoding the signal, that reforms in the upper, probably the bottom left section of your visual field, and you're able to see with the woman on the ground. As you look to her, the signal is identified and says platinum. What is it called? I'm so sorry. I just need to think about what this is called. Platinum client flatline. Trauma team dispatched. And in the distance, you're able to hear. As you are able to hear both in the sky and on the ground, you hear NCPD dispatched and trauma team aero cars coming to your location right now. with all of that.
Fuck,
and
we
the-
gotta go.
And so Patch saying that, do you just kind of like run back to the car?
Yeah, no, I'm like just dragging like Sasha, and I throw him in the passenger's seat and slam my door shut, and I just do it like a 360 like U-turn in the middle of the intersection, and like start driving back to the 1111.
As you rubber burns as you do a 180 and begin flooring it back. Where are you going?
Back to the 1111.
1111, back to the 1111. As that's happening, Sasha, you as you are back to baseline, you are back, you're conscious, you know that you're in the car, everything's totally fine. The signal of the trauma team dispatch is still down in the bottom left section of your visual field. And give me 1 second here, as suddenly the strangest thing you've ever seen in your life happens. And Sasha, only you can see this.
Oh fuck!
As you watch a small little anime girl sprite suddenly come into your field of view.
Oh no.
It's very simple, rounded white face, huge eyes, tiny little mouth, green hair in ponytails, black shoes, look over and point towards the signal which you identified and go, haha, that's really bad. We need to get out of here right now.
The fuck did I let in my head?
I'm Maker, and I'm here to help you. Sasha, you understand in this moment, and there's no check necessary, you have a deep history of understanding of the net, being a net runner yourself, having done so many deep dives into cornered off sections and servers. This history is known to you. And I'm going to ask you, Grave, personally, do you know why the black wall was put in place within the worldwide net?
I've done that quest. I really
Haven't we all?
All I remember is like the Voodoo Boys really wanted to get past it.
They really
like,
wanted to get past
something about the war.
Yes.
Them having to lock it off.
Very much. So you're right. I'm just gonna get you a little bit further. Okay. The black wall had to be created because there's a lot of old data in there, a lot of very valuable things, military things, personal secrets. Nations could build or crumble with the information that was lost back there. But the one thing that destroyed the net was rogue AIs. And AIs for the last 50 years have been banned completely. Only low-level automated processes like Delamains and certain like the automated systems within your apartment.
Only the vending machine.
Yeah, or the vending machine, or Gunny, I think his name is, with very low-level processes are allowed to exist. Anything of a sentient level is completely banned by every major organization and is considered of the same level of dangerousness as like warheads, like military grade equipment, because of how bad things can go. And Sasha, you understand in this moment that you have one of the first free roaming AIs inside of your head right now, and it is manifested to you as a little green haired anime girl. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh no! Oh my god,
so concerning.
That was awesome.
That's so
that
concerning.
Was absolutely awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we all having a good time?
That's why you don't put your port in random shit.
And
you don't.
Practice safe interfacing, you know?
Well, and here's the thing. Everybody watching on Twitch, everybody watching on YouTube, the journey of the punks from the 1111 is not over yet. They need to get back to the 1111. They need to find out what's going on. They need to find out what they have got themselves caught up in, and you can see all of that next time on the punks from the 1111. Ah, excellent. So we all have a good time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Super fucking rad. I am having the time of my life with this world. It is R-rated. It's insane. God, you asked me to give you a snuff film. You mad, and I can't stress this enough, lad. My God.
Someone get patch therapy.
Someone get patch therapy, yes.
Yeah, no, honestly, he needs it.
Someone get him therapy.
Yeah,
he's got the most unhealthiest of coping mechanisms.
I want Patch to kill the figure which did him so dirty, and then have him be just totally like a normal guy.
Yeah.
have that where it's like it's like there is no message in this game of like vengeance doesn't bring you solace. It doesn't bring you solace. It's like,
oh no, it brings me solace.
It fixed me.
Yeah, no. Oh, revenge bad? Hell no.
I killed who needed it, and now they're not here anymore. So.
I mean, I'm all for like, oh, revenge bad stories, but no, sometimes you just need a good vendetta to set yourself right.
Hey, see that guy? That guy's fucked. Let's kill that guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yes, I'm so excited because again, I was like, I have combat planned, but I did not expect to get to it today, luckily. But yes, there will be driving combat. There's going to be macro and micro combat in the next session, and I'm very excited for it. And I'm super. You guys interact with this world so well because you guys acknowledge the fact that you are bastards. You are bad criminal people. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh god, that was so fun.
I'm so
they
happy.
Get you some legs to break, apparently.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Any
please get this man some legs.
No, literally, what I was gonna do is if the driver wasn't like dying, I was gonna like threaten him and basically literally threaten the same thing the figure did to Patch in his nightmare.
Jesus Christ.
I was saying like basically like tell like the set like, you want to know like how I got this jaw and then like that. And, oh my god.
Oh, full Joker.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god.
But yeah, but I'm so happy that was such a good time. Thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity. I hope I did the world justice, and I hope
absolutely.
I hope I did the tone justice. And that's the thing. I also didn't want to get like too gross or too sexual or like just too potty humor with it. But also like Cyberpunk is an inherently funny like it is it's a black comedy basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a dark world that has humor in it because of just how like as me and my girlfriend say, this world sucks. Like, imagine living here. Like, this just blows. Just.
Oh yeah. On the flip side, I hope too that like I wasn't particularly like to overstep any boundaries either.
No, you're good. Well, let it be known that like again, I'm the I am the ringleader of the circus here, and so I was like, if things start going in a because I've had instances like as a DM of being like, holy shit, either the people were out of line or the characters were out of line, and I had to be like, hey, yo, stop it, maybe it being like, I want some snuff. I'm like, I'm certainly not going to describe that. I'm not gonna, gets permabanned off of Twitch. Well, that would suck. No, but I'm glad. I'm glad that was fun for you guys. I really do appreciate that, and I can't wait for next session. That sound good?
You and me both.
Yes.
100%. So just to everybody that watched on Twitch or YouTube, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hope this was a good time for you, and we hope to be seeing you next time for the next session. Bye-bye, everybody. Everyone have a very nice night.